Welcome to Soundscape, where we uncover the stories behind the songs that didn't just top the charts but changed the world. Today, we're talking about a song that wasn't written for fame, wasn't written for trends. It was written to comfort a child. A simple act of kindness that turned into a global anthem of hope. This is the story of Hey Jude. Let's travel back to 1968. The Beatles were, without a doubt, the biggest band on the planet. They were musical titans, cultural icons, living legends. But beneath the surface of Beatlemania, the pressure was immense. The creative and personal bonds that had held the band together were starting to fray. Friendships were strained, and their personal lives were becoming increasingly complicated and public. One of the most painful moments during this turbulent period was the separation of John Lennon and his first wife, Cynthia. Their divorce was a deeply personal and public affair, and caught right in the middle was their young son, Julian. Imagine being a child, watching your family, the foundation of your world, fall apart under the intense glare of the public eye. It was in this moment of quiet turmoil that Paul McCartney decided to do something simple, something profoundly human. He wasn't thinking about the next #1 hit or the next album. He was thinking about a little boy who was hurting. So he got into his Aston Martin and started the hour-long drive from London to Weybridge to visit Cynthia and Julian, just to let them know they weren't alone. As Paul drove, his mind was on Julian. He started humming a simple melody, trying to find the right words to offer some comfort, some reassurance. The first line that came to him was, "Hey Jules, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better." It was a direct message from his heart to a child's, a gentle plea to not carry the weight of his parents' sadness on his own shoulders. It was a reminder that even when life feels broken, you possess the inner strength to find a way forward, to find a little bit of light in the darkness. When Paul later workshopped the song with the band, he changed Jules to Jude. Initially, John Lennon thought the song was for him, a message of support as he began his new life with Yoko Ono. But Paul explained the true origin. He said he changed the name partly because Jude sounded a bit stronger, a bit more poetic, but also because it felt more universal. He realized this message wasn't just for one child anymore. It was a message for anyone, anywhere, who was going through a tough time. It was for anyone who needed to hear that it was okay to be sad, but it was also possible to heal. Let's talk about those lyrics because they are the reason this song hits so deep. Take a sad song and make it better. This isn't about denial. It's not about pretending pain doesn't exist or putting on a brave face. It's an instruction to acknowledge the hurt, to feel the sadness, and then actively choose to transform it into something new, something hopeful. The lyrics guide you through this process. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. It speaks to facing your pain head on. As the song progresses, something incredibly unusual for the time happens. It doesn't follow the standard pop song structure. It doesn't rush to a conclusion. Instead, at over 7 minutes long, it completely shattered the rules of radio, where songs were expected to be under 3 minutes. It builds slowly, patiently, allowing the emotion to swell naturally. And then comes the part that the entire world would never, ever forget. The final 4 minutes of Hey Jude are pure magic. The lyrics fall away, and the song transitions into a simple, repetitive, and utterly captivating chant. Na 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 na. This wasn't just a catchy outro, it was a revolution in musical arrangement. Paul knew he wanted a massive orchestral sound to lift the song into the stratosphere. He brought in a 36-piece orchestra, and famously asked them to not only play, but also to sing along and clap. One musician apparently stormed out, refusing, saying, "I'm not going to clap my hands and sing on a bloody Beatles record." But the rest stayed, and their voices, combined with the band's, transformed the song from a recording into a shared communal experience. It becomes an invitation. A moment where crowds in stadiums, strangers in a room, people listening alone in their cars, all become connected. Music stops being something you just listen to and becomes something you belong to. No complex lyrics, no deep explanation needed. Just pure, unadulterated emotion, sung in unison. Hey Jude didn't just top the charts, it changed the rules of the game forever. First, it proved that a song could be long, experimental, and deeply personal. and still be a massive commercial success, staying at #1 in the US for 9 weeks. Second, it demonstrated that a pop song could be profoundly comforting, offering solace rather than just a catchy beat. It showed that music could be a form of therapy, a tool for healing, not just entertainment. And most importantly, it pioneered the idea that the listeners could become an active part of the song itself. That final chant was designed for audience participation. It wasn't just a hit song, it was a moment in human history, a blueprint for the power of collective musical experience. More than 50 years later, the legacy of Hey Jude is undeniable. It's a song that continues to fill stadiums, a go-to anthem for moments of both celebration and remembrance. From global sporting events to intimate gatherings, that na 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 chant still has the power to bring people together, to create a sense of unity and shared humanity. It's a timeless reminder that even in our saddest moments, there is incredible strength to be found, both within ourselves and in the community around us. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing someone needs to hear is simply, "You're not alone." A message that started on a car ride to comfort a little boy continues to comfort the world. So, I'd love to know, what does Hey Jude mean to you? When was the first time you heard it, and how did it make you feel? Share your story in the comments below. And if you love discovering the deeper meaning behind the music that shapes our lives, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us here on Soundscape, where music meets meaning. Thanks for watching.